So we've got Lionel Calisto and Jason Fleischli with us tonight on the Driver Spotlight. And these are two members of the championship constructors team from 2016, Alliance Racing. Currently, they are in the lead in the Constructors Championship this year as
Barely.
well. 9 points over Riding Shotgun, who had an awesome week last round. And individually, Lionel is sitting second in the championship standings, and Jason is sitting in 16th. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing pretty good too.
Awesome. Well, it's pretty cool to have you two here. I know that obviously you got 5 members of the team, but you guys were first and second in the Drivers' Championship last year, and Lionel, you're second again so far this year, so you're both starting strong.
That's why he rocks number 2 on his car.
I know. Well, so that's one of my questions. That's one of my questions, and so we'll just start there. So
Sorry, buddy.
You run the number 2. You finished second in 2015. You finished second in 2016. You're currently second. Are we in some sort of weird vortex, or what's going on?
It's looking like that right now.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle the last couple of months, especially the Kia race where my internet went out on me, which I was really frustrated at the time. We had a great setup. The guys put together. I know I could have had a good run against Blake on that track, but just suddenly, it just hadn't been a good couple of months for me. It's just been having bad luck lately. Yeah.
You had a stretch like that in the middle of last year until then the end of the year you turned it on, but it was a little late. So yeah, we gotta get you the whole deal. We gotta get you going the whole time.
Yeah, I need to think of something too. It's been really rough on me because there's been a lot of stuff going on in my life. So it's having time to get on the rig it's been really tough for me. So it's my performance has been suffering a little bit. I started noticing with other leagues when I was racing. I think it was like RSR league. Like I've been involved with a bunch of wrecks or just can't finish anymore.
Oh, wow.
Just not having the time to the race is killing my performance.
Understood, and that's it. That's sort of a common theme throughout the team, all right?
Yeah.
So last year you guys had, like I said, the top 2 drivers in the series, you two, and among you've got 3 wins. Jason's got 3 wins. Mike has Smitty has 2 wins. So the depth of your team is really not only did you have the top 2 guys in the series, but the depth of your team is huge. And this year it seems like that has been maybe missing a little bit, and it's really obviously brought the competition to you.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, blood's in the water. Blood is in the water. The sharks are circling. And it's awesome that the competition is as close this year, but that you've hit the nail on the head. We're all struggling with prep time, really. And thank God that I expanded the team to Evolution because those guys are kind of where we were last year. Just for Charlotte. All the prep came from the sister team on that, and I think it really showed. It's really shown this year that we're all having some struggles with our personal time for this hobby, and that's why everybody needs to keep in mind that this is a hobby and continue to have fun with it. And if you're not having fun with it, why are you doing it?
Yeah,
it's kind of happened like last year with me. The year before that, like I didn't have it. I wasn't on any team, which I had plenty of time to work on setup, so I had a lot of time to race. But then I got in the Alliance. It helped me a lot with like time and setup last year. I wasn't at the rig. I wasn't on my rig that much, but it did help. The teammates definitely helped last year, especially getting me to second place. This year's now is even more of a struggle for me, but the same with the teammates helping a lot, helping with the setup. But yeah, last year I was struggling a little bit.
Yeah, no, totally. And I get the personal life thing. And Jason, you're right on. It happens to everybody in every team, and it's a matter of just understanding that. So, I know while you guys feel like you're struggling, give you a little bit of a fun fact. The top 3 teams, you guys, Riding Shotgun, and Elite West, all have exactly 22 starts on the season among their 5 drivers. So you're dead even, and obviously points are really close. The one outlier team, which I think is somebody to keep an eye on, is Mountain West, who has 28 starts. So they almost never miss. So their consistency is probably going to bring them into play. It's going to be fun to watch as the season goes on.
Yeah, definitely. We're carrying on, or at least trying to carry on the rest of the season with really 3 guys, because we lost Toma. I think it was GSRC broadcast that, because I send them some team info every now and then, write-ups, and but Toma got a hell of an opportunity to go do program management for a real racing team over in Europe, and
Germany,
so he had to Germany. He had to pick up and get moved to Europe by the end of March, and so he said he wouldn't be firing his rig up there. Just too many distractions. He's got to focus on his new gig, and we said, oh yeah, man, obviously, but after you get settled, next year, please let us know. Reach out to us if you got your rig over there and your account moved and everything. If you want to keep racing with us, let us know. So hopefully we'll have him back in 2018.
Yeah.
And then and then we've recently lost Smitty, who's his work life balance has just shifted completely to work, as he had to, most people know he works for Cal Speed Karting, and they're going through some transitions right now. And the business is fine and healthy, is what I'm told, but they're completely have to reconstruct and move and all kinds of stuff. So he just had to respectfully step away, and as far as we know, that's going to be for the rest of the season. So we're down to BB, Lionel, and myself, and it's it was already hit and miss for me. Me missing the first 2 races, so that's where we are.
Yep, exactly. So the 3 of you better be studs the rest of the year. So and
Right.
I know you can be. So it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one develops more than anything else, to be honest with you. So that's cool. Now you mentioned it briefly, Jason, was the Alliance Evolution team. Now you may not know the answer, and you don't have to tell me, but what is your thought process with regard to moving 1 or 2 of those guys into the main lineup for the next season, and how will you know when that's going to happen? If it's going to, I mean, you got studs over there with Paul and Mark and Trevor and whatnot. I mean, you got choices galore.
Yeah, I agree. I've gotten pretty lucky with the guys that I've chosen and put around me, and that's everybody's turned out real good there. Of course, I knew of Fleming and Paul. I met Paul personally because I went down to iRace for Life last year, and I got to meet a whole bunch of the Texas guys, and Hesbeck too. Looking forward to him coming back. I miss him being around in the series. And but I thought about that a little bit, and that's a possibility if Toma's not going to get back, and we have to hopefully see where Smitty's head is at, come 2018, and but I think there's real possibility that 1 or 2 spots are going to be open, and that's the first thing that I would do is promote a couple of those guys up to the core team. Yeah. And that's the point of it, was starting a, it's named exactly appropriately, Evolution. And so it's, it's guys that are dedicated to racing. You see the potential there. They've got the talent. We started that team so we could bring them on board, and it was for guys that wanted to grow and get faster and understand, really learn and benefit from the team telemetry that we have, benefit from being able to analyze that into speed, compare laps with fast guys. And, that's what it's all about. And once they graduate up, then we'll bring a couple new guys on to fill the spots in Eva, hopefully.
Yeah, that's right. So we just got to decide who's going to be the next Max Verstappen, right? So
Right.
there you go. That's pretty cool. So I think you've done awesome in terms of setting that up for your long-term health. And obviously, one of the things that we've got to consider in the committee next year, and this may behoove if you are able to invest any time, it may be something that is important to you, is the team rules, right? So right now, currently you have 5 guys, and once you fill those 5 spots and you have 5 guys race, you're done. You cannot add anybody else. So when a situation like Thomas comes up and you know for sure they're done for the year, you're done. I'm fine with keeping it the way it is. I'm also fine with figuring another way too. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but that's certainly something that we're going to discuss. Heading into the off season.
Yeah, I could tell you I do have some ideas and thoughts along those lines. I understand the spirit of the rule, and I completely agree with it. I get it, and I think that the spirit of the rule serves the right purpose, and I'm behind that. And but I think that we could probably tweak and refine as we have to do, and I'm all about having that conversation later in the year when we get to it.
Yeah, totally. Cool. So Lionel, couple questions just for you, buddy. So the little train moniker. I'm guessing that was Bill Zahn's brainchild from the beginning. If not, correct me. And either way, how do you like it?
Oh, it's fine. I remember in high school, my football coach would call me the Night Train, Lionel the Night Train.
Nice.
I get that a lot. I had a lot of nicknames over the years.
So I got to tell you, the Night Train sounds a little deadlier, but go ahead.
I had a lot of nicknames. It was like Linus, Lanicus, Night Train. There's some pretty funny ones I remember. But that was the most memorable one when I was playing high school football.
I was just going to say, be a part of GSRC, I can give you a little bit of insight on how Bill's brain works, and that comes from Lionel Toy Trains.
Mm-hmm.
That's his connection with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And anyway, it has stuck big time, and obviously he and everybody enjoys watching you run. And to be honest, you have a knack for going from back in the pack or mid pack to the front, so that's always good to watch. You're not somebody that has to be. Track position doesn't seem like it's critical for you, and I don't know why.
It's a long race too.
Yeah, true. Okay, so if I were to look at all 220 people who are registered for our series, I would say 80% of them, and I'm making that up, but I'm probably pretty close, are what I would call strictly racers, right? That's what they do. That's their hobby. That's what they think about all the time. And you seem to be somebody who's a lot more diverse than that. And so I know you play hockey, right? So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, hockey it's a hobby of mine. I've been playing since I was, I think, 8 years old. Started out playing roller hockey, then eventually started playing ice. It's just a good exercise for me. I love doing it. Oh, I mean, I would love to be a race car driver. It's always been my dream. That's my other hobby. If I had the choice, I would probably be a race car driver.
But how long have you been playing hockey? You said, ice hockey, that is.
Yeah, I think since I was 8,
Wow.
9. It's been that long.
And have you lived in California the whole time?
Yeah,
Oh
hockey wasn't popular when I was
No.
young. It got popular now because of the Soundsley Sharks, but
Yeah.
it was just for fun. I love playing street hockey with all my friends growing up. Just play a lot of competitive leagues, but yeah, it's just for fun. I really never meant to go anywhere.
Well, that's cool, but
especially coming from California. Especially from California, they're just oh, you're just from California. You don't know anything about hockey. So it's different over here, but hockey is a lot more popular here now than it was when I was a kid.
100%, absolutely. So, are the Sharks your team, or do you have another favorite team?
I like the Sharks.
Okay.
I grew up liking them.
So don't hate me, but my favorite team is the Pens. It has been forever. But,
yeah, I was there. I was at the final when they won.
Oh my God!
I was
really?
watching it.
That was an awesome series, though.
Yeah. Well, I was never expecting the Sharks to make it that far to begin with, honestly.
Yeah. They played amazing, and it's too bad to see them have a fall off this year a little bit. But that was fun to watch. So. Cool stuff. Okay, so Mr. Champ, we've alluded to it a little bit, talking about everybody on the team and even yourself. So you missed the first two races of the year, and obviously one's a road, one's an oval. So those are your two drops. You put
Hmm.
yourself into obviously into a precarious situation, but it seemed like you were weathering that okay. Obviously, you were still in the top 10, but you had a rough race last race, and now you're 16th. Do you think that's something that you can overcome?
No, I don't think that, just missing those first two races. Yeah, I would have to basically, and with Blake hitting,
Oh my God.
every single race in the top five right now, he's just on fire this season. Um, if Blake wasn't doing that, and I could stay in the top tens, top fives, get another race win or two, yeah, maybe. But I don't think so. My purpose this season is to support Lionel and BB and push for it, and trying to keep Blake at bay.
There you go. Somebody's got to, because yeah, you said it. He's on fire. All right, and I know Mario had a little bit of a rough trip to your house in the off season. How is he doing? I'm very
Yeah, he's
concerned
doing
about him.
good.
He's doing okay.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
doing good.
all right. You don't
Yeah,
want to get
he's holding it together.
okay. You don't want to take me up on my offer to get you another one.
No, it's fine. It's good to go.
All right. Fair enough.
Appreciate it though.
Yeah. So this year, you probably haven't didn't you probably missed this. It was subtle, but I've got one of our members does 3D printing, and so we've been designing the trophies, or I've been designing the trophies on the back end, and he's going to print them out for us. So it's going to save me a ton of money, and I'm just going to pay him for the materials, and B, they're going to be custom just for us. So there's going to be a new Mario for 2017, and that's why I want you to try to come back, right? So you can try to get them again. But anyway, it's going to be super cool. I can't wait to unveil them. So
I
Will there
did
be
miss that.
yeah.
will there be a
Go ahead,
second
Lon.
place trophy?
Will there be a well? There will be another California trophy which you're lined up for. So you got to go for that first spot. You got to
Yeah,
knock
I
Blake
do.
down. But
The plaque for the alternates is down in the ladies' room, Lionel.
I mean, the way things are going, it seemed like it would be like second or third.
I know, right? Yeah. Podiums are nice, but so speaking of that, each of you guys, this is interesting. I don't even know. You probably did know this, but so you've each won 3 times, which is pretty awesome. Blake has 7, but you guys are tied for third in terms of most wins in the series, and wins are hard to come by, as you both know. Now, Jason, you've got 3 road wins, and Lionel, you have 3 oval wins. So the question to each of you is which race on the other side of that discipline would you want to win most?
For me, it's the Indy
Okay,
500.
cool.
Easy.
I don't even know. Honestly, I'd be happy with any track if I get a win, pull off a win, because it's really hard to get a win.
Yeah.
Especially, I really want to get a win in the roadside, which
Well, yeah,
it's been a
exactly.
struggle for me. But yeah, any road track with a win, I'll be super happy.
All right, fair enough. What is your, there's 14 races on the calendar, pretty varied types. What is your favorite race of the year? And that's for both of you. Your favorite race, not your performance wise, but just the one that you look forward to the most.
Mm. I mean, I do like the Southern 500 coming up. I'm looking forward to actually the Walton Glen race with
Mm.
the NASCAR. I mean, that's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, Le Mans. There's actually a lot of good ones. I don't know which ones like I'm looking like. I like all of them actually.
All right, give me a better answer than that, Jason.
So this year,
Yeah,
Le
sure.
Mans,
Le Mans.
hands
There you go.
down.
There you go.
I am most looking forward to Le Mans. I'm not missing it. I don't care if a tornado levels my house. I'm not missing that race.
Yeah, a 4 hour Predator format race. I got talked into it. It's going to be crazy to try to do the handicaps on that thing. So I'm just word to the warning now that I'm going to do my best. So
It's going to be so awesome.
yeah. Yeah. We'll only have 2 classes, so it'll be a little easier. But I can't. I'm with you. I can't wait. This is sort of we were talking about it in the committee. I don't know, a few weeks ago, that this is sort of the sweet spot of the year. With the Coke 600 and then Indy and then Le Mans, and then we get dirt for the first time. Which who knew dirt was going to be so good on the service? I'm so excited for that.
I haven't tried it.
Well, you're gonna have to, buddy.
I played a little bit with it too, but
You're gonna.
it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be entertainment.
Oh my God, it's a blast. You guys are. I think you're both gonna love it. So, and it's heat races, so it's anyway, whole different type of deal. I'm super stoked for it. What?
Yeah, I know you like the short track stuff. I knew.
Yeah, that's true. What is your favorite type? So if you're not sim racing, what is your favorite type of racing to watch? What are you a fan of?
Well, for me, I probably I follow Formula One the most religiously. I watch, but I also like watching the IMSA races. And I've been picking up a few, Blanc Pond series races here and there this year as well. But I haven't been following it as closely.
Yeah.
But the Formula One, I definitely set that on DVR and usually watch it that Sunday morning.
Yeah.
With the wife.
There you
She's a race fan too.
Is that right? That's
yeah.
awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Formula One's the same thing. Like the last couple of years, I haven't been following it as much as I used to. But hands down, Formula One. I'll watch a little bit of NASCAR if it's on. If I'm at home, I'll watch it too, just see what's going on. DVR, F1. Well, I was hardcore in Champ Car back in the days, or IndyCar. That was like my favorite series when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I just love that series because it had both road and oval. And it was fun to watch. Favorite driver was Greg Moore, Bobby Rahal.
There you go.
Alex Zanardi was like my favorite driver at the time.
They had some awesome personalities, didn't they? It was so
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
It was a magical time that we'll never have again. I mean, we had Mario and Michael racing at the same time. Just that was the best.
Yeah, it was like my favorite time to watch. I remember going to Toronto. Went there to watch a race in Toronto. Went to Laguna Seca when it was the final race of the year.
Nice.
I remember when I think it was Snarty made that pass on Brian Herta, the final lap.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Very cool. Well, I'm an F1 guy too, but you guys are both wimps. I honestly I get up every race and I watch them live. It's crazy, but I do it.
I used to do that. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's honestly it's good in my house just because the family's busy and whatnot, and so the race it actually is perfect. Everything's over by the time everybody's up, but it's brutal, to be honest, especially China or whatever at midnight.
Yep.
So, but
I remember.
I watch them live every time. So you guys
wow, Mike,
you're both F1 guys. So who's your team?
Yep.
What's your team?
I like Lewis Hamilton.
Oh.
Like he's phenomenal. I can't. I like a lot. Yeah, I really don't care about the teams. I just go for the drivers.
Okay, I'm the opposite totally. But so who's your guy, Jason, or who's your team?
I kind of. It's funny. I've never been a Ferrari guy, but I am rooting for Ferrari this year. Just because the struggle that they've had with the the huge spec change and moving to 6-cylinder turbos, and with the curse and the high complexity on it, and of course, but you got to know that I'm a Red Bull fan too, right? Because
right.
Red Bull on my cars for a long time. So
right.
Yeah, but it was my driver is probably because he's driving for Ferrari now, But I started rooting for Red Bull when he was driving for Red Bull.
Okay.
So
yeah. So I'm the opposite.
So, yeah.
I'm a Kimmy guy, but
okay,
I
cool.
hate to see him relegated to number 2, to be honest. But it is what it is. He deserves it this year for sure. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's also one of my favorites too, Kimi Räikkönen.
I like all the things.
You like all the Finns? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, both tosses. Yeah, that was cool to see him get a win. So, although I can't stand Mercedes, but I just want to see somebody knock him off. Just want to see somebody knock him off. Dang it! So whether it's Red Bull or Ferrari, I don't really care. Actually, Force India is having an awesome year, so that's really cool to see.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally unexpected, but really cool. So.
How about Alonso being in the Indy 500 this year?
Awesome.
Huh?
Totally awesome.
He's already making passes during the practice sessions. I was watching one of the live streams online. He's just going around everybody right now.
He's just grinning from ear to ear inside the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be weird not having him at Monaco. But it's gonna be
Yeah.
the Indies. This is gonna be one of the most watched Indies in forever. So
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Totally. I agree.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that. So I mean, you can't DVR Monaco. I mean, when are you gonna watch the other races? Right? You guys are gonna get up at 5 for that one, right?
Oh,
Oh no, the answer
eh,
is no.
I remember that was like 5 years ago. I had a buddy who worked at a go kart place, and we'll have parties, late night parties to watch Formula One live.
There you go.
Like, we had like everybody that worked at the at I think it was Speedring at the time. I think it was Speedring, and we'll hit everybody up and like go watch overnight or like early in the morning. We'll watch, and we'll also go kart out on the track too.
Oh man, that's awesome.
It was fun.
Very cool.
It was a good time.
I love it. Anyway, so yeah, best race day of the year is coming up. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Too much.
Lionel, I know you got to get moving, but you guys have. Did I miss anything? Anything you wanna say while I got you?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
thank you, Mike, for just continue to put your heart and soul into this. And I know you brought some help on this year, and I'm sorry that I signed up for that, and then things changed, and I didn't follow through on that commitment. But hopefully, I can make good on that, in the future and next year or whatnot. But
Not at all. I love it.
but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to you, and I just wanted to give props to Elite West and Riding Shotgun. And all those two teams are really bringing it after us this year, and making us nervous for sure.
Yep.
Like I said, blood's in the water.
I mean,
They're circling.
I
So,
definitely look forward to these weekends. It's a fun series. It's the best overall driver will win the championship, which I like it. It's something different.
yeah, it was fun before, but Mike, when you chose to add the team constructors element into it, it just elevated it to a whole new game.
Like, I would not want to miss a race. Like, I'll be times where I'll show up late from, like, I'm boating 2 hours before. I'll try to run home and hop on it. I think that happened last year, the spot race. I showed up super late. I was 3 laps down already, and I was also drunk too.
So full disclosure, Jason and I didn't talk about that at all
Yeah.
before the interview at all. We didn't talk about you before the races at all.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
yes, you're a little notorious.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
times I'll be drunk and I'll just like try to sober up. Like, that's why I'll start in the back sometimes, just purposely, just try to sober up.
Oh my god, you just made the entire field
But-
nervous. I love it.
I'll take an Uber and then get home like from a boating trip. Like, I'm like, you should have seen. Like, I had to call my friend and log me in and register me in the race so I don't miss the race. I think that was
God.
the Spa. I forgot what the other one was.
Oh my god.
They take an Uber, and I'm like, hurry up, Uber driver, get there sooner. He's like, why? Like, don't worry about it, just go.
I need a bumper sticker that says "Don't drink in Indy 500." But
Yeah.
anyway, all right. Well, guys, I appreciate your time, and obviously, the whole. You guys have. You said that when we added the team championship, it really brought it to a whole new level. Which is, I appreciate you saying that. But to be honest, you guys took it the most seriously, and you sort of you've made it a passion for other teams to come and get you. So, I appreciate you guys making it something that everybody wants to come and get you on.
Yeah, we're doing something right, or at least we did in the past. If we,
Yeah, you're still leading it. You still got it. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing unfolds. So, and I'm looking. I wish Brian was here tonight, but you've got 3 of the 5 of you guys have won races, and the 3 of you that have multiple. I am rooting for that guy to get his win. So anyway,
yeah,
neither
us too.
Totally. Oh, I'm sure. Totally. So anyway, I won't keep you any longer. I appreciate your time, and you guys have a great night. Okay.
You
All
too.
right, you too. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep. Night.